Okay, so let's continue. I hope you came better prepared this time. With maps or something. Because I still don't know where I'm going. And I think I was headed in this direction. And I'm still being killed by eyeballs and bats, just like before. I don't think I've been down there. And that may be where I should go. But I think my plan is right now to head back to the starting town and die several times along the way. But when I do get there, I'm trying to time it so it'll be night again, so that I won't be able to do anything. And then, after I wait forever for the daylight to come back around again, then I will get the white crystal and go back to the green-blue town and trade it for the other crystal and see if I can get into that mansion under the lake. I don't think I mentioned exactly that that's what happens. That there's a mansion under the lake, but that's... What is this? Oh, okay. That was the first mansion I did already. How'd you like that? That was some expert vampire killer moves there. And this might actually be the way I should be going, but I don't remember, and it gets pretty hard down there, so well, probably gonna do just like I said and die several times before I get back to the town. Wonder if we can find out what that town's even called. Well, that's not how I planned to die, but, you know, however you gotta do it. I love fish monsters. In Castlevania, the series, it's had a lot of different kinds of fish monsters. It always calls mermen, or something like that. I thought it was cool in Symphony of the Night when they had both different kinds of major types of fishmen in the same room. And it just kind of like, it was a retcon, you know, like, well, here they both are. Yep, they're both the different kinds of things that exist in the same place at the same time. And you just have to accept it. Now, I might be intended to go in that direction. Let's just go over there and see what this town's called anyway. Because there's at least two different things in... Oh. How do I do this? There. Turn right for the Jova Woods, that's where I just came from. Left for... Okay, the Belasco Marsh, that's where... You have... like, to get through the marsh, you have to have some... laurels. Laurels make you invincible for a short time. And... Oh, yeah, okay, I'm gonna come back later. I hope this isn't the way I'm supposed to go. Well, saw that coming. These guys are just way too tough for me right now at night. I have to find that thorn whip. Almost totally sure it's in the direction across the swamp. But we'll find out. I thought of another little anecdote related to this game, and in fact related to that same friend I talked about in the first installment. It was one of those experiences in my life where I let somebody borrow something before I knew better. It was Castlevania 2, obviously. And I specifically asked him when I loaned it to him to make sure nothing happens to the label. I don't know why I had any kind of inclination to think that something would go wrong with the label. But that's just what came to me, and I made that specific request. And of course, ooh, that was lucky. When I got the game back, the label was damaged. It's not major damage, but well, I mean, to me it kind of is. I've still got that same cartridge. There's my one and only copy of Castlevania 2 that I've ever owned. And it's got, like, it's on the end of the label. It looks like somebody just tried to peel it up with their fingernail or something. Why would a person do that? Particularly when it's a loaned object that they've been specifically asked to not do that to. I mean, it's not something I would do. And yes, I'm still bitter about it. It's only been 30 or so years. I'm gonna read this sign too. Barrows Woods, okay. Okay. And along with that incident, there was an earlier incident when I allowed a kid that I didn't even know in a grade school class to borrow my ewok, my Wicket action figure. And I never saw it again. And I've had several incidents like that in my early life. And so I eventually decided that I'm not going to loan anything to anybody. Because that's not cool. That stuff keeps happening. And that policy has worked well for me. I hope this guy's got something. Oh, that's awesome. Please, I don't have enough heart money. Oh my god, I got a long way to go, too. Okay, remember this for me, and tell me when I ask you where to get the chain whip. It's in the Brown Town, and don't take that the wrong way. I'm likely to be insulted when you tell me that. I think I probably never would have made it very far in this game at all if not for Nintendo Power. I would like that dagger. I don't have enough heart money. The chain whip is way more important, so I'm saving up. I think the chain whip is actually a step up from the thorn whip, if I'm not mistaken. And then we'll go right to the Morning Star. And then the only thing left after that is to apply the flame magic. So we might just skip that thorn whip altogether, since we have access to the chain whip already, theoretically. I'm probably back in that same eyeball cave that I was in to begin with. I guess it's the same place, it looks the same. So I think that puts us back on the road to the blue-green town. Was it Algebra? That was some fancy footwork. That was my special move there. You ever think about, like, you see that brown stone back there I just stepped on? Almost the entire game is paved in these gray square rocks, stone things. And there's just a few of those brown boulder things you can step on, scattered around here and there, and that's like the only two things you ever walk on, unless you want to count the stairs. It's really kind of strange. Who went to all the trouble to pave all of Transylvania? I still haven't thought of what Transylvania is actually called now in the modern world. Oh, I remember this. The low-hanging ceiling. I'm not doing that again. That was almost too much. This isn't... I thought the town was before that lake. I thought the... Okay. I remember now. The town has a cemetery on the other side. I hope that thing is where it's supposed to be. Yes, okay. That could have been a really awkward time to have a horrible night. I don't know if you noticed, but the enemies all take twice as many hits during the night. It gets tedious. The worst part about it is trying to get enough distance between yourself and the enemy before they make contact, so that you can whip them enough times. Otherwise, they take you to Brown Town. And this time I do mean it that way. Why did I lose count? Ha. Simon might not be very nimble, but, well, I shouldn't say anything there. Okay, this is where I meant to be. I think. Is this the town? Oh wait, there's a sign. I can check the sign. There was a sign, wasn't there? Yes, there is. Okay, this is the town I was thinking of. I think. I'm speechless. Jeez, that's a lot of whips. I have 0 hearts again. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. When you die, you lose those hearts. Where's... Oh, you can't use the flame without hearts? I don't even know why I'm bothering. I'm not gonna survive long enough to get back to this cliff. I used to use my NES Advantage, which had turbo, to keep whipping, and then also hold the jump, and there's a certain, like if you're whipping and jumping at the same time, you can get a tiny boost, and it will glitch you up on top of there, so that you can take a shortcut to get to the other side of the world. But it's not very reliable, and you die multiple times in that water. The enemies keep their nighttime strength if they've already been generated before the daylight. I probably could have scrolled it off the screen faster than that. Okay, now, you have to remember, where was the guy with the crystal? He was all the way over here, right? There he is. Alright. Now we get to exchange away this white crystal for a blue one. I was thinking the blue one was the last one. But I never used the white crystal for anything, except to trade it there. Now, you gotta find the way back to the... I've only got 4 hearts. You gotta find the way back to the lake that I was just at. I think in there is garlic, right? Or laurels, and maybe this one's garlic. Write something down, for God's sake. Really naive of me to keep picking up hearts. As if I'll live long enough to use them. Now you said this is the way. If this isn't it, there's gonna be trouble. At least it's still daylight. I always have the urge to go ahead and jump on that. Oh, jeez. Now, let's hope this is the right crystal. It does not appear to be the... Oh, okay, there we go. Good. That was the pause button. There, got rid of those hearts. They were such a nuisance. Why did I even go down there? This is so much more survivable. Then I made it. Okay, this is the underwater mansion. Now there's actually a chance that I will be able to get enough hearts here to buy that chain whip. But surviving long enough to get it is... Come on! Enough of you. There. Now, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, that's a false wall. I don't remember what's over here. I mean, it's gotta be... Get lost, you guys. Good. Nintendo logic is sometimes the only thing that... Ah, there. Glad to see... Oh. Okay, this thing, there's a glitch with this that I discovered on my own. And I might show it... yeah, I guess I'll show it off just for fun. Well, that was an accident. That was not intentional. That's another indicator. You see how that skeleton is walking back and forth just on those two tiles? It's because there are lots of pits here. If I drop here, will I? Yes. That's the answer. Try this again. Well, that's... Okay, that's good. Do I even have any hearts now? Of course not. No. I wonder if I had them when I got there in the first place. I probably did. Well, let's just go ahead and try this, since we're so screwed anyway. Ah, that didn't work. It has to do with, like, you have to have the edge of the screen kind of squirmed up there. I don't think that's enough either. Whoops. I promise there's a way to make this happen. That's not it. That's not going to be it either. Okay, I guess I can't remember how to do it. Pretty much have to have the edge of the screen about like this and get the block to force you off the screen and put you into another mansion. Not sure how I ever did it in the first place. Oh well. Maybe I'll figure that out off screen and show you. I think I only lose my hearts when I continue as opposed to just a death. So I can try to grind hearts here. Oh, I've already got a steak anyway. What am I doing? Why didn't you tell me I've got another steak that I brought with me from the other mansion? You're becoming a problem. I hate to say it. I mean, I was really hoping this would work out better with you and me. I think up there that's supposed to represent the bottom of the lake, so the mansion actually has the lake on its roof. There is the crystal room. This is gonna be, I'm gonna call this Triumph, and we will come back for another installment after we do this. Ah, that's what gets us across the... You'll see, you'll see. Okay, we'll stop here and pick it up later.